Imagine having a machine that makes parts that quickly that it needs something to feed it. Well, welcome to the Feedio that feeds the Speedio. Before we get into the interview, Ian, the names, they're great. It's literally the Feedio, feeding into the Speedio. It's great.
Absolutely, it's as fast as you can get.
It's so good. Right, okay. So what is the Speedio? Let's talk about the machine first. What is it aimed towards?
The Speedio is aimed towards a high production market for the medical industry, the automotive side of it, anything what's high volume.
Okay, and what sizes of parts are you putting onto this machine?
The Feedio will take up to a 300 by 300 cube, so quite a reasonable sized part.
And it's quite a small footprint. Has it got the power?
It has definitely got the power on there. We've got a 16,000 spindle on there. We're going from 0 to 16,000 in less than half a second.
I mean, that's a bit like me on the motorway. It's that fast.
Well, I've heard that.
Great. And is this a reliable machine?
Absolutely. The accuracy on this machine, it's less than 3 microns. It's Japanese build quality. Everything's built to precision, and there's nothing skipped over. There's nothing missed on this machine.
Any case studies on this? Are they proven?
There's loads of case studies out there in the market. It is very proven. We've done some trials out there with customers, and they've seen the benefits. They've now got them on their shop floor, and their production rates have gone through the roof.
Any examples?
We've got one customer where they had a 3-shift on there, a man on each machine feeding the parts. They're producing roughly 1,000 parts a day. With the system they've got on there, it's up to 3,000 parts a day because the machine doesn't have to stop for a coffee, a tea break or anything like that.
No, it doesn't, does it? Right, okay then. Just before we move on to the Feedio then, have you got any more stats in terms of the capacity? What's the spindle speed, the torque on this machine?
The spindle speed, on the main spindle we've got a 16,000 spindle, it's a big plus spindle. So we've got rigidity on the machine so we can actually go fast light cutting, super quick and everything like that. On the turning side we've got a 1500 RPM turning spindle with increased torque power.
So what are the benefits of having the turning on the machine as well? So this is classed as a 4+1.
Yes, that's correct. It's a 4+1 machine but with a turning capability. So where you may have to pre-op a job on a lathe before, with this you can actually do it all in one go.
And the tilt axes?
With the A-axis, the tilt axis, it's got -30 to +110, so it's got a big range, so it gives you full access all the way around the parts.
Right, okay, and just before we talk about that Feedio, the control system?
The control system is a brother's own system, but you can put an ISO program in there and you can run all that. Simple G-code, so it'll understand that.
And has it got improved memory as well from the previous models?
It has got improved memory. There's increased memory on this machine, so it's much bigger memory, so you get more programs in there, so you don't have to keep taking programs in and out.
Right, and the X3, what does that mean?
The X3 is the 3rd edition of the machine. This is the bigger brother of the M140 we do as well, and the M200. And with the M300, it just gives us a bigger X-axis stroke of up to 300 millimetres.
Okay, and then the Feedio, this is brilliant. Right, okay, tell me about the construction. What is essentially the Feedio?
The Feedio, basically, it's a camera system that will recognise the part which way it's orientated, and then we've got a robot in there from ABB. So that will come in and pick the part up, and it will load the part into the machine and unload, and we can fit turnover stations if you've got a second machine on the side of it. So you can have up to 2 machines, so you can do up 10 and up 20 parts and get a part off complete. Right,
so you're feeding 2 machines in one go?
We can do, yes.
Okay, and do you need somebody on the end here literally loading the parts all day long?
With this system here, this has got the shorter belt on there, but we can have up to a 5-metre belt, so it all depends on how quick your cycle time is. We've got customers that can run up to 18 hours non-stop without any human interference.
So you're telling me that somebody could just know how long the cycle time is, put the same amount of parts on there. Is there a maximum amount of parts that you can put on the belts?
When the belt's full.
It's true, actually, it depends on the size of the part.
Yeah, it all depends when the belt's full. The belt will take up to, there's no limit on the weight side of it because it's all supported with legs, and it is really well built. With a robot, with this robot we've got on this system, it can take up to 20 kilo.
Oh wow, so, oh gosh, that's a heavy part.
Yeah, it's a heavy part, but obviously you have 2 parts, so when you're unloading and unloading, so if you've got like a 10 kilogram part, so you can pick one part up and go into the machine, take the part out, what's in the vise or the fixture, spin it round and put the next one in.
So Ian, what is ultimately the benefits of the Feedio feeding the Speedio?
Well, with the speed of the Feedio, can keep up the speed of the Speedio, so we can actually feed it quicker and more reliable.
So Ian, the benefits of the Feedio feeding the Speedio.
Well, the speed of the Speedio is the benefit of this is the speed of the Feedio can feed the Speedio.